All right, so I had a bit of a fan snafu, and tell me if you've had this. First of all, I flew out to Wisconsin. Flight, whatever, fine. Had a layover, fine. But here's what I wanted to get into. So I'm walking around the West Village with the lady, as I do. We do the daily walk. You got to get out. The sun is shining, whatever. And we walk by this restaurant, and we say, oh, they're doing to-go drinks. Let's get a big highball and really soak in the neighborhood. And this guy, Indian guy, cool guy, comes out, and he goes, oh, you're the comedian. You're the comedian. I go, oh, yeah. And there's like 20 people around buying drinks, so it's super awkward. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I got to tell you, it feels good being recognized in your own hood. You're kind of like, all right, I'm supposed to live here. You know, it feels nice.
Sure.
You feel like Al Capone, you know, like you're giving out the turkeys to the fat poor kids. But either way, so he's like, oh, whatever you want. It's on me. It's on me. And I was like, oh, wow. All right. And then other people are going, who is this? You can see him going, I've never heard of this fucking loser. Who's this homo? He's a fucking piece of shit, you know, and they're Googling me, you know. And now other people are like taking photos because they're like, I should just get this just in case he is somebody. Is this a Jonas brother or a retarded Boy Meets World? And so we get the free drinks, and he goes, you want dinner? You want dinner? It's on me. And I go,
wow.
We just ate Chipotle. Fuck my ass. I would kill. This is a nice place. So we go, we'll just take the drinks. Thank you. Maybe we'll come back another time. He goes, come back. I got you dinner. And I go, oh, wow. All right, great. So I'm feeling good. We sip the cocktails. We're walking around. We bang. We do anal. We have an abortion. The next day we go, hey, fuck it. Let's go to dinner at that place. We get a free meal.
Sure.
So we don't eat all day. We get into a fist fight, you know, the whole thing. And then finally at 7 o'clock rolls around. We go back to the restaurant. He's like, oh, you came back? Oh, man. He's all chipper again. We have our bullshit small talk. Oh, how's the restaurant doing? COVID. Yeah, everybody's closing up. I'm gay. And we sit down. I get the duck. She gets the mussels. I mean, we go all out. We get a couple cocktails. Bill comes. Not covered.
Ah.
What is that?
So it was a one-time, an OTO, one-time only offer.
I guess so, but at the tail end of the dinner, he goes, you know what? You guys are great. You came back. We got to know each other. You live in the neighborhood. I got your last round of drinks, whatever you want. So we were like, this is before the check came. So we're like, wait, huh? What you round of drink? I thought you had the meal. And this bill was, we really hiked it up.
Yeah, I bet. Well, maybe he wasn't too keen on the hike. Maybe he got his eyes on what was going on. He said they've ordered how many apps? And he said he pulled the rug out from underneath you. He pulled the old magic carpet out from underneath the table or wherever you keep it.
Yeah.
He called an audible and said, that's too many.
Yeah, that he didn't like the hike or the kike. So it got ugly. And boy, that bill, I would have gotten the fucking mixed green and a water and gotten her a grilled cheese and a seltzer if I knew I had to cover the bill, because that would have been $100. But this is a swanky joint, so it was to the moon, Alice. So we left there with our dicks between our legs and went back home and cried.
Boy, that's tough. But at least you got the free drinks. That's nice.
I guess I got the drink, but I'm telling you, the night before, you want a meal? I got you. You got to get the swordfish, whatever. Hey, do you work out? No. Oh, you should. Why? The whole thing. And I was like, we are in with this Indian. And he Indian gave.
Maybe next time he wanted to just plant a seed of if you'll come back, and maybe next time you're in.
How do you do that? How do you plant?
Like, you know, he was like putting it out there, and now that you've come, maybe he's like, okay, he came, so we hit him up next time. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, this is it's quite a pickle.
It's a pickle, all right. And this guy, he screwed the pooch. And I think the thing is, he was excited. It's almost like after you fuck. You know, you meet a lady at a bar, you can't wait to bang, you're so keyed up, you're all turned on, you're hard as a rock, and then you fuck, and you're like, who the hell's this skank? What is she doing here? What am I doing with my life? And she's thinking the same thing. And I think the day difference killed it.
Right. Yeah, I think he was in a mood that day. Maybe he got the numbers the next morning.
Oh, right.
Maybe his wife talked to him. Maybe she overheard and goes, what are you doing? You're giving this fucking asshole the
nobody.
Thing. Maybe they listened to one of our episodes and heard a bunch of and fucking went, hey, charge this guy double.
Maybe, but yeah, it was a real magic carpet pull. You're not kidding, because in a way, he got off pretty good, because I bought his his next tune-up on his car with that bill. So he does a little. He gave me a little morsel, and I came back and bought the whole barn. Wow.
Well, at least it was a good meal. Was it a good meal?
Great meal. The food's fantastic. I forget the name of the place, so I'd plug it, but it was a real goose for the gander.
Yeah. Well, that's tough, but. I'm Brightside Billy over here, and you got some free cocktails, and you had a nice meal, and you got a story out of it. It's a little shifty. Did you think at all about being like, "Hey, what's going on with the bill here?" Did that cross your mind at all? Or
it's too awkward. I mean, of course it crossed my mind, but I can't go, "Hey, sloppy jalopy, what do we got here? I thought you said free meal." I mean, that's just too on the nose. I couldn't do it. I just had to go, how about that? Who broke a window? Jesus.
Let me throw this out there.
Please.
Did the waitress bring the bill? Because maybe she didn't get word about the free meal.
That a great question. Great question, but he brought the bill.
No!
I know. He put it right up my pooper.
Wow. That I felt like I had something there. I felt like maybe it was a miscommunication between the waitress and the owner.
No, you had something, but he had something for me, and it was a big old 3-digit number.
But now here's an issue I've had before. So maybe he may see you as a celebrity, you know? So he thinks, because I've had this issue before with eating with people that are rich and some celebrity types. A lot of times, these celebrity types, they get free shit, and they're the people that need them the least.
Sure.
To me, it's like, you should just grab people off the street that aren't famous and be like, come in here for a free meal.
Right.
You know, he should grab Hobo Joe with his dick out and be like, sit here and have some duck, you fucking loser.
Yes, I've always thought that, because, when you go to a bar and your friend works at the bar, and I think I've brought this up before, but it's always a real chooch, because you go in and you go, hey, my friend works at the bar, he's going to hook me up. And your bartender friend goes, hey, my friend's coming to the bar, he's going to hook me up. So now you get the free highball, and then you give your friend a big tip, and then you realize, wait a minute, I just tipped him more than the actual drink and a tip would be. And so who's winning here?
Yeah, I remember having that with Cantor before, because he bartended for years, and I remember throwing down like $70 at the end of the night because I drank $300 worth of booze.
Right.
And I remember doing that at a comedy club too, and I was featuring, and I was trying to be like Big Dick Bill. I'm always Bill. And I drank free, and I tipped out $100. And I think it was Colleen at the Omaha Funny Bone. She was like, it was. And she came back and was like, what are you doing? Give $10. You're the feature. No one expects money from you. What are you doing?
Wow.
She's like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. But she was just like, she had just signed a check to me for $380. I was like, what are you, crazy?
Right.
And she's like, the features don't even tip usually. Like, you give $10 as a feature, you're a hero.
Wow, she's a hero. That's a sweet mom right there.
Well, it was also a thing of just my alcoholic ego being like, I saw fucking, Colin Quinn do this one time. You got to tip out the wait staff, and I'm throwing money around, and I have debt and whatever the fuck.